Welcome back to another episode of After Lunch Podcast. It is the world's favorite uncle, Mr.j.law. Yes, Lord, and I'm here with...
It's your girl, Tatiana, your favorite flyest host.
And we got a lot of Central in the building. It's a lot of Eagle Pride going on today, but it definitely still bringing you a great artist, somebody that is moving and getting some getting some traction out here. Let's give it up for Justin Reid.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate that.
No, but it is good to have you here.
Good to be here.
I'm excited for you to
Good
be here. Okay, Eagle Pride.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Eagle Pride all day. I was excited to when Tim hit me because I remember seeing Izzy do this.
Yes, Lord. Shout out to Izzy.
Shout out to
Izzy to the world.
And I got something special coming up with them. And Groove as well. And I saw that
Shout out Groove. Shout out Groove.
And we got something coming.
All the team.
So on Monday, check out the IG. There's something big coming.
Okay.
Right here in Durham, pretty like up the street type thing.
Okay.
Well, we'll get in that. But I'm
we here. Let's get into it.
I'm happy to be here. But yeah, so I'm currently working on something with Queen Izzy and Lil Groovy, and a couple more artists that I won't name until Monday. But we are planning something for the city. This is something I've been working on since coming to school. We finally get to do it. I don't want to give too much away.
All I know is I can't wait for my invite.
I want y'all to come because it's up the street.
Invite.
It's up the street.
Okay,
so when the news comes out on Monday, I really hope to see every single one of y'all there. It's gonna be lit because me, Izzy, Groovy gonna turn up with our other artists as well. So just be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and that's in Durham or in Raleigh?
Right here in Durham.
Right here
downtown
in Durham.
Durham.
That's what's up. We
downtown Durham.
Meet, network, and everything like that. Support.
And can I just say I love the vibes of everybody when I walked in, just by the way. Y'all are extremely respectful, and I really like the vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, for sure. Yeah. We gonna give it as long as it's given. Yes, Lord. And it's definitely giving back. So we have you here. We want to talk about some music. We want to talk about what you're doing currently in life. So talk to me. You just, and I'm saying this because I hope I'm correct. You are from Raleigh.
Yes.
Okay.
North Carolina,
I get it. Listen. If you look at the other interviews, I be getting this shit wrong. I'm sorry.
919. All day I rep it. And again, I told you earlier, my father's side is from up north. But my mother's side is dominant. Whole family is down here. So I grew up Raleigh, North Carolina, born at Rex Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, Rex Hospital. I know you don't probably.
Yeah, it's all right. It's cool. I'm gonna look it up. Google Rex Hospital, and then erase it because it's okay.
Yeah, please.
But
yeah, born and raised
in Raleigh though. But so why didn't you? Why choose Central?
So So one thing was before coming to college, my goal was actually to go to ECU type thing because my uncle he went to ECU, played at ECU. That's just a school that my family really just enjoy. We've been there many times.
Right.
But I also had in the back of my head that I do want to experience at HBCU.
Okay.
So the thing about Central, I came and we had our orientation, and after that, it was kind of
the energy, all that.
Done. On top of that, they make you pay a certain amount of money for that.
Oh yeah.
But you know how
to
that
come
goes.
see the school? No, I don't know. To come look at it.
Yeah.
It's YouTube.
For you to go through I guess
you gotta stay and
the
everything.
day. Yeah, you gotta stay overnight. So it's worth it. But to be honest. Although I was just talking about it was well worth it. I definitely made the right decision coming here. I don't regret coming here at all.
But why not leave the crib though?
Why not say that again?
Why not leave this area?
I didn't want to go too far, but I also wanted to be far enough. For instance, me staying in Chapel Hill now, it's perfect for me because I'm 40 minutes from home, 40 minutes from Greensboro, 20 minutes from the airport in case I want to go somewhere. If you're from North Carolina, driving to Charlotte and Grace, Easy, Winston, things like that. So I feel like it's just a good spot. Okay. And in-state tuition is important. Versus out-of-state tuition.
For sure.
So that was, but again, Central gave me that home vibe.
Right.
And a lot of people that I met that go to Central say the same thing. It's very family oriented. So
it really is.
It was just very easy. I think the decision was just easy. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Central gonna have to holler at us about a
seriously.
sponsorship. We saying Central a lot. They're gonna have to talk to us, man. Y'all two over there, y'all repping hard.
You can probably definitely relate. It's just very family oriented. People are cool. The energy is dope. And it was just a good decision coming here.
How is that helping the music, man? And the reason I say it so just blatant, flat out, no setup, no punchline. How does that help the music? Because it's a historically black college, right? Yeah. The energy is good, the vibe is good. Y'all talk about it in a very positive light. How is that helping you create the music right now?
If I'm being completely honest, it kind of helped shape the direction I'm in,
okay.
or I ended up going in. Because people don't know, before I came to Central, I was making music in high school, but back in the day, I wasn't truly experiencing the engineering and I would always write, and I could write, but in terms of mixing the vocals and getting that studio sound, which I now know, I worked on that through high school. Okay. Coming to Central, I released one song freshman year. People picked up on it, but seeing how the artists that come from homecoming, seeing how the crowd reacts to artists during spring fling, seeing that vibe kind of just told me, hey, try to do something up tempo, a little trap. So summertime comes after my freshman year. I put out one song called Good At It. Kind of trap vibe. I released it over summer, and that, to be honest, just picked up.
Right.
And I talked to my cousin who lives in ATL. Shout out to FFTV. He filmed the entire, when I opened up for homecoming.
Yes, Lord.
The entire week. But he's basically my main guy in terms of industry, and we had so many conversations. He was like, you're at Central. He said, make the most of it. He said, find that sound that you like, find the sound that they enjoy, and stick with it. And I did that. And to be honest, it's just been a blessing. Like I said, so family oriented. Central will tell you if they like you or if they don't like you.
Yeah.
And it's your demographic.
Honestly,
it's the demographic.
And that's, I think, is the blessing behind it all, is I was placed here for a certain reason, and that is to find that crowd, get that crowd, and hopefully build off of it. And that's what I've been blessed to do. And credit, I've met so many incredible people to help me along the path, like Alexis Hart, SAB president, Cameron Harris, and a few other just special people who continue to push me. Shout out to Deshaun and Soul. Deshaun is also an NCCU alumni, who's helping me out right now. So it's just a whole bunch of pieces that just came together, and it just worked.
Yeah, organically.
It definitely is.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you had put out, so you do a melodic trap type of thing, right? So, but you also put out a I don't know if it was an album or EP or whatever it was. That said, I don't rap. So how is did a lot of people think you were a rapper?
Yeah. So okay. So I love that question. So I don't rap came after Good At It. So Good At It was released first, and that was kind of that melodic summer up-tempo vibe. But what people didn't really understand was they would always say, hey, when I tell them I make music, they say you're a rapper. It's classic. Yeah. If you make music, if I look like this, you're a rapper. So I was like, okay, so marketing. This is just me kind of being on level 1, level 2 of kind of figuring this out. I said marketing. I'm gonna make a song that says I don't rap just to get people to listen to it to see if they hear me rapping or not. That's really, and that's all it was.
It is. Okay.
So I recorded it, and I was like, the bars are straight. I don't rap, and I was like, the good marketing tactic behind it was, if I don't think it's good, if they don't think it's good, the song's called I Don't Rap.
Yeah, perfect.
So
I win-win.
I like it.
It turns out that is the
smart people go to Central.
Listen, and that's the song that
they go there currently.
People have liked in terms of tempo. That song is actually the one that got picked up second best because we actually did a video for it in Atlanta.
Right.
And people just like the vibe of it. And that was actually, aside from Good At It, that was kind of the song that gave me my music artist name on campus. Not saying he's popping, but he does music. He's put out 2 songs now. I Don't Rap was kind of just a second song to kind of pick up.
Yeah, but you're showing your range right now, in my opinion. Because I saw the Off the Top video and all that, and that still gave me so that was on Central's campus.
Central, right?
Every time y'all say, hey Tim, give me a jar or a mug. Every time y'all say Central, I need a quarter.
$1 every time y'all say Central.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all got it. Y'all from Central. But so my question is this: when you're doing the covers and the challenges. I hear the range and the vocals and the singing on those challenges, and you can sing, by the way.
Thank you.
But when I listen to the projects, I'm not hearing that range and that singing that as I call it, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. I'm not getting. Why are we waiting for something?
That is that's on purpose. So it kind of goes back to what I was talking about in terms of finding what they pick up on the best. My
old ass picking up on that singing the best.
Honestly, and it's trial and error with this type of stuff. So when I dropped Who Knows, I Don't Rap, Good At It, those up-tempo songs, they worked and they worked best. But I was shocked myself when I put out my EP for my birthday. Those were 2 slow songs, and those songs were the songs most requested on campus in terms of like when I did Homecoming.
I like
and
Vibe Check.
things like, come on, because that's my favorite.
Yeah,
personally.
okay, we here.
That's my favorite song. But that is when I began to get more comfortable in showing that singing side. Because again, when I first came, I really just tried to show, hey, I'm an artist. I see that y'all pick up on like the hype stuff, the Migo, so I'm gonna give y'all some hype stuff. Once I kind of settled into that and I got my listeners, that's when I was able to kind of bring in that vibe check and the secure things like that. So
bringing yourself
yeah,
more.
everything is, I can say it's been tactical in a way, but like I said, it's trial and error. And the reason I actually started doing the covers was because people were listening to Vibe Check and they were like, you sound like Black and so you should do more of that. So I ended up doing the Hours and Hours cover. I ended up doing the Summer Walker cover. So it's tactical, but I also try to listen to what the audience says. Because if I don't, it'll be all over the place.
For sure. But I also think that you're still in a situation where you're putting out music that you like. Absolutely. Because Vibe Check is a re-release.
Yes.
Vibe Check is Vibe Check is a
We do the research.
Yes. Should I talk about that?
Yeah. So wait, hold on. Let me get it out. Vibe Check is a re-release, and then you shot the video downtown. So you're still making music, put out music that you like. But yes, I want to hear, why did we re-release it at this time when we're finding ourselves?
First of all, y'all, I didn't know that y'all knew that.
Yes,
but
indeed.
yeah, so I put out. Okay, so crazy story. People don't know this. I first put out Vibe Check over. I think it was over summer.
You're right.
And here's how Vibe Check came. I wrote that song as a freestyle without the beat.
Right.
And then I got the beat from one of my producers that I worked on. He did good at it. I don't rap, etc. Right. And when you write a freestyle, you can just put songs to a beat, blah, blah. So I was chilling in the house. This was during COVID.
Right.
And my sister, who was at the time 10 years old, I asked her, I said, hey, can you just come with me? We're going to go to the back of the neighborhood, and I want to film this in the little cul-de-sac where the grass is.
Right.
Literally filmed it, put it over with the song, and then Music Breaker picked it up. Right. So Music Breaker is like a streaming or a new platform for upcoming artists to like basically help push their music out. And then they actually hit me up saying to submit for the Rolling Loud contest.
Oh, right.
Which was, the lady or someone I guess at Breaker has saw the thing and they had suggested, hey, you should just, try it. So I sent it over to Rolling Loud. Yeah. The contest went crazy, got over like 300 votes, didn't win, fine. Right. But I said, I'm going to use that. Right. I'm going to redo it, shoot the video. So I went downtown, shot the video downtown Thanksgiving Eve, so the day before Thanksgiving. That's because my cousin from ATO, that's the only day he could come. Filmed it that night. It was freezing, and then we released it like a week after. But people were, like I was saying, when I put it out on Instagram, they were like, that sound, they was really liking the sound. So I said, hey, let me do a real video. Let me get off this grass. I just did the first one. So just clean up type thing. And people picked it up. And then I just put it on the EP for my birthday. Right. And, just, again, being tactical, just listening to the followers, truly. So.
How did you feel about that, though? Like, about putting out Vibe Check? Were you not, like, feeling it?
So, Vibe Check was really not supposed to be put out as, like, a song. It was just supposed to be put out as me trying to, if I'm being honest, put material on my Instagram. Because I'm in a place where we're in social media and
everybody loves some good content.
You got to show your face.
Absolutely.
You have to show your face.
That's the only, what camera? You have to show content. I say it on every, content matters. That one thing, content matters. If you please stop sending me music with no music videos, with no Instagram. Oh yeah, I don't have an Instagram. I'm too cool. You don't want to be a star.
And honestly, and the whole and that's real because I had to learn that. Right. It's one thing you have to think. I think about it like this. Even with our favorite artists, we may hear a song that we think is great by them, but we won't listen to it on daily. No. We may come back to it every blue moon, but if you're going to come back to a song, it's most likely your favorite song because you've seen a video.
Right.
You've seen this artist promoting this song for a month or 3 months. So me personally, as an artist that was growing in Central, I learned that, hey, start filming some videos. So that's when I started hooking up with my cousin downtown, not downtown, Atlanta. Like, hey, let's get video for Vibe Check. Let's get a video for Good At It. Let's get a video for I Don't Rap. And he was preaching the same thing. Yeah. He said that's why TikTok is so popping right now.
You on TikTok absolutely. Right now? You doing your thing?
I'm trying to get started on TikTok. I'm trying to hop on the wave before it goes. I feel like in a couple months, there's always a new trend.
Well, if they keep extending the time you can record.
And now it's what, like 3
nobody's
minutes?
gonna watch a 6-minute video though.
You think 3
minutes, okay. Yeah.
Well, no, let's think about it. Do y'all ever have those nights where you're just on YouTube watching videos?
That's all I do every night. I have nothing else to do.
TikTok is now giving you that. Basically,
they're giving me that
access.
Exactly with that long period of time.
I like TikTok, but I don't really like TikTok though, cause like they just be like doing some like shady stuff about.
They do some. Okay, so this might be off topic. Listen, there was this guy that did like a test on TikTok in terms of black and white. And there was like a challenge he did with judging people based off of their TikTok names, and a white guy was doing it. And he said he just wanted to show how TikTok was prejudiced against African Americans. And he did the same challenge. He was judging people off their names. And in like 30 seconds in, his thing was suspended. And he was blocked. And it's like a few things. I have heard and seen a few things on TikTok that are a little sketchy. But I ain't gonna lie.
But if we entertainment, word to Master P, word to Master P. If we were to start our own social media, would we go to it? Exactly. So that's why we're on TikTok and we got to deal with that.
I think that was all about marketing and everything as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I'm just saying. Master P said if we started our own social media, nothing would happen. But I do want to bring up one thing because I think it's big. Jeff love my kids. Jeff don't love the kid. I love my kids. But when it comes to kids, you do a lot of work in the YMCA. You work at the YMCA. You're in the neighborhood, and I know you changed your major a couple of times because you don't need.
How did he know that? Listen, man. What camera am I looking at? Y'all, we met today. We've been talking now for a week. I think 10 or 2 weeks. I don't know how he knows I changed my major. I don't know how he knows I work at the YMCA. I don't post that stuff on social media.
That's right.
That's insane.
Yeah, for sure.
I rock with y'all so heavy right now.
So, but tell me about the work you're doing at the YMCA, what you do, and tell me what you're trying to accomplish because I think it's big. I think it's big for the neighborhood.
Yeah, so, okay, so I told you guys like I started doing music seriously when I got to college.
Correct.
I've always been interested in it. Always been singing in church, classic. Before coming to Central, I actually started working as a counselor at the YMCA. So I needed a job. My mom was like, "Hey, you're like about to graduate. You need to get a job that you can have." And I was at first like, I'm not about to work with no kids. But I had a couple friends and I said I had a couple friends. Well, I had a couple friends that worked at the YMCA, and they said there's some counselor positions. Right. But my mother is a daycare owner, so it's like it's not that I don't want to like work. It's just it wasn't my forte, but I can fall into it where I can get used to it. So. One thing happens later. A year later, they promote me from counselor to like head counselor. It's like positions in the YMCA, and then a year later, it's like little positions, little site coordinator. And I actually
do y'all change the color of your shirts as you go up? Okay, I just want to
say look, we change. Cool. We go from a shirt to like a little. I think like a little collared shirt, and then we get a jacket, and then we get like the wintertime jacket. So it goes, So shout out to the Y. I still hear. But so as I was working with the kids, I actually just learned to enjoy it. And I've actually learned so much while working with kids. I've learned that they are such smart individuals. And
they tell it like
I'm a person.
My kids must not go to that.
And that's what it is. As much trouble as they may, they are honest human beings.
Oh yeah.
And I'm a person that likes to be busy, so that job kind of was just perfect. Like as summer camp counselor, you always got kids on your back. And when it comes to the older kids, they were interested that I did music. So that kind of
that's that bridge.
So right now I'm currently a site coordinator and a head coordinator for a summer camp, sports camp in Southeast Raleigh. And I've been at the Y now for 4 years. I've worked 3 summers, going on 4 years. So after I graduate, I'll probably go full time because as much as I do music, I still want to have that dedicated income.
Of course.
Yeah.
So that is like something I've always enjoyed. And I don't want to push it off until I really need to push it off. Like, so that means like when I'm at Grammys, but exactly. So right now I love the job and I love that it's equal balance between the two.
Well, if After Lunch Podcast can get involved with the YMCA in any way, shape, or form in the community.
So, listen, we just started. I'm not even joking. We just started these clubs that we have on Thursdays, and media could be one. We have music clubs. We have sports. We have arts and crafts.
Tim already put his hands in.
And we got middle schoolers. We have middle schoolers that would love to, like, or hear conversations about how you got set up a podcast and things like that. And actually
bring the mics through, man.
They've been asking so I don't know if you guys have heard of a SILT program at the Y. That's like our 15, 16, 14-year-old students who are like counselors in training.
Right.
And they need field trips and things like that. So we are looking for partners that can come talk to them or even show them things like setting up audio.
We'll bring the mics through.
It's all for Southeast Raleigh youth, and that's something we're actually starting this summer. Before I believe in April.
We'll talk more off camera, but we could definitely get an interview at the YMCA in front of them kids, man.
They would love.
Let's bring one of them artists through and do that.
They would love that.
We will figure something out for sure. We can figure something out.
How big is it, or like how important is it to you to be able to like give back to the kids and also the community and everything like that?
Honestly, it shows that I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
And when I say that, because I didn't necessarily know how I was going to feel about going into the job, and now seeing how much I love the job, I'm extremely grateful. That comes from the leadership I get at the YMCA at Southeast Raleigh. Shout out to my boss, Rodney McCormick. You will see this. Like getting raised. The leadership, right? They're just African American strong men, men that work there, that show us that are coming in from high school how to treat these kids, because a lot of the kids that we do care for are like underprivileged and are going through a lot of things that people don't understand. So I think it's truly just a bonus, and I'm blessed and fortunate to be able to balance out the two. Because people have asked me, why do you still work at the Y? You're trying to do music long term. It's because I'm not in a rush to leave at all. And I always tell people, like, this will pick up when it really needs to pick up. As of right now, I feel so comfortable where I am. I'm blessed to be able to do stuff like this and still go take care of the kids.
I love how it's like in due time.
Don't rush the process.
That's my mother. My mom is like, Justin, like, there you get one life. She said, you're doing something right now if people want to talk to you. So she said, don't rush the process, trust the process. We were just talking about that. So absolutely. Ain't in a rush to lead them.
And then speaking of that, you were talking about something, how you and your friends and everything say y'all have like 100 years here. And y'all need to just live it to the fullest. What exactly are some few things that...
Y'all, these are personal conversations that I have with y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't understand. Like, my circle is so small. It's probably 5 to 6 people that I hang with on a daily, and these are the same people I talk to. I don't know how the hell y'all know that, but yes, we are very strong in manifestation. Right, there's power in the tongue. Absolutely. And we're not geekers, but we're ones that have seen, like, if you speak things up and you work accordingly, it will happen. I was a freshman.
I don't want to stop you, but I'm going to. You said something that is so important. If you speak things up and you work at it, you can't just say, I'm about to be a millionaire and then have a seat.
You got to be doing something.
You got to do something. You got to be working. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Yeah. People mistake, like, when people say there's power in manifestation, people think, oh, well, I'm going to speak it up. It's going to happen. Yes, but manifestation itself involves work, and it involves getting yourself out. Whatever you're trying to do. I don't care if it's nursing, music, going to be a counselor. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. There's power in manifestation. Just to back that up, freshman year at Central, I tried out to open up for the show. Didn't get it. But I always, shout out to my boy E-Man, who also opened up the show with me. We always told ourselves, one day Central's gonna call me to either headline this show, or I'm gonna open for the show. And that, it wasn't even an attitude. It was just something I've said since freshman year, and like just
and
to
y'all
see
did it for like Jacquees.
Key Glock, right? And you're right, Key Glock and Jacquees. And the year before that, our boys BJ Sway, they got to open up, and just seeing them perform, it was more inspiring. And a lot of people look at it as like, well, were you mad when you got denied the first year? I said no. One, I can look at myself and be honest. I didn't have much out there.
Wasn't ready
anyway.
for it.
I wasn't ready. Yeah. And everything happens for a reason.
Because you could have got killed up there, and that would have been it.
And
it would have been a wrap.
And then Central would have definitely booed.
That would have been a wrap.
So
they would have booed me. Such a family. No, my family would have booed me too, though. Your family tell you what's up. Your family be
like, honest with yourself.
Boo.
So look, shout out to Central again. They just. You gotta be honest with yourself and everything. I just think everything fell in place how it was supposed to fall in place for sure. So
I want to get back to the music a little heavier because I know you record and you do all your own engineering right now at this point in time.
Yes.
And my reason is why. Now I get it. You probably through middle school and high school taught yourself how to do everything, and you are more than capable. Why spend the bread to go pay somebody else to do something I can do? But why not just focus on the actual art of it and let somebody else do the mix and mastering and all that other stuff? Why do you put that on your own shoulder?
If we're being honest, I just haven't found that person. Yes. Just like in simple terms. No, and that's like just
that's genuine.
To back up what you said, through middle school and high school, I was on YouTube, like learning all the EQ and comparison. I didn't know what that stuff was back in the day. But once I've learned how to do it, once I started putting my music out, and it kind of started to sound a little bit how I hear on the radio, like other artists, I said, okay, I can do this. There have been people I've worked with, of course, in terms of like producers, engineers, et cetera, but so far, I haven't met that person that I can go to and we can just cook up and da-da-da. I have met a producer that that I'm very comfortable with. That's Highwire and Young Asco, who just make incredible beats. They kind of just match my vibe all the time. So in terms of like working with people, I have found producers that I'm more comfortable with. But in terms of like EQ and the vocals and things like that, I think just because, you know, when you do stuff yourself and you're just so used to it,
it's more
and for me, when I record all my music, I like to record by myself anyway.
You got this little nervous thing about recording in front of people.
And I don't know. Okay, so people think I'm weird for this. It's like when I did Homecoming, they said, were you nervous? I was not nervous at all. I, of course, have those natural nerves, like right on the side of the stage, right before you go up. But things like if I'm in a studio like this and I have 5 of my friends in, I'm trying to get a song in, y'all got to go. And it's because I naturally fall into my element when I'm kind of like can overthink, or not overthink. I don't have to overthink anything. I can kind of just mumble. If you ever heard an artist record, it kind of sometimes sounds crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And people that don't understand that process can just mess that up. So I've recorded like most of the time by myself, but if I do record, it'll probably be maybe with one other artist, and that was E-Man. I've recorded with E-Man before. Okay. But other than that, it's normally just me, just cooling. So I just haven't found that person yet. That's all. That's all.
You also put out a song that I actually really like, Secure. Yeah. And it's like, you like Secure? Yeah, I do. But it gives like more of a vibe, not a vibe check. It was more of like a heartbreak song, I would say. So I want to know about, like, have you ever experienced like a heartbreak?
Ooh, yes.
Don't say her name.
I'm not. Okay. And I'm not even gonna look at the camera.
Because she knows who you are. No. She knows who you are.
Before I say this, respect. There's respect there. It was a heartbreak, but it's mutual respect there. There's no like hard feelings for anybody. I did use a scenario
That's
to
when
help
you know it's a small world.
Narrate that song. I did. So something happened, and it was a couple years ago, like right before coming into school, and I've never really addressed it. Okay. But it's something that was always on my mind. And in terms of for my birthday EP, I wanted to put out 2 songs that just represented what I was feeling and what I was you know, all that bullet. So Vibe Check was the first song, and then I wanted to give another song that was kind of complete opposite in terms of feeling. So Vibe Check is basically about showing a girl that you want her, and having respect and being better than your last man, versus Secure is like, hey, there was still a point in my time where I did not feel secure in a relationship because of certain things that happened. So behind that song, there's definitely like truth and fact. But at the same time, I did enjoy like making it. Like the chorus is my favorite part of the song. That was something I kind of came up with on the fly. Right. But in terms of like the actual idea behind the song, that is very much so inspired by something. Yeah.
So you going through that experience, did that ever stop you from moving on to the next person? Because I know for females, it definitely like make us put up a wall and everything like that.
For me, if I'm being completely honest with you, the situation was so difficult. I still have love.
Walking around that thing.
Listen, because I don't want to.
Walking around it. You know, when it comes to, are you asking about that one? Because don't say that.
But I think I got lucky. I came to college right after. So coming to college right after, I was distracted. I had the ladies here. I had the party groups here. I had the
don't bring sand to a beach.
You know, right? So I think I got lucky. If like let's say we didn't go to the same school. So
there you go.
If we came to the same school, maybe I could say things would have been different. But we were both blessed. Is why I'm trying to say the right thing. We were both blessed to kind of venture out, grow, and kind of keep a mutual respect there. So shout out to her. No hard feelings. But
I tell you, R&B dude. You an R&B dude. Ask me about my ex. Ask me about mine. I'm trying to keep it clean.
No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's a few. It's some that I just would never think about again.
For sure.
But for this situation in particular, it's all respect, all love. For sure.
Well, at least you was open to be able to move on and everything.
Absolutely.
So what we got cooking, man? It's 2022. we done put out a lot of music at the bottom of the year, top of the year. We doing a lot of the TikTok things we getting on social media. I know you got some announcement on Monday, which I think you should just tell us once we cut the cameras off and the audio.
I will tell you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Everybody say, Izzy, I hit you up, Izzy.
Because the vibe's been so good, I feel like you might as well know, right?
I hit you up too, man. I just told you a couple days ago. So yeah, you're gonna have to tell us because I won't have to text somebody that it's getting late.
I got you.
But what you got coming 2022, man?
Okay, so we got a few things working. So I'm working on a video for a song that I just put out. I was on a feature with my boy Shar. Shout out to Raleigh, North Carolina, Millbrook. We just put out a track called Candy Rain. We're gonna shoot that.
Okay.
I have a surprise, hopefully, collab I'm working on with. Should I say it? I put this on my story the other day with the artist. It's the ATL artist Day Day.
Okay.
That
It'll
I have.
probably be out by the time.
You're right.
So.
I got
a little
something
time
that
for this.
we're working on something. So I'm not gonna say like it'll come out. We're working on something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how that go industry folks.
Yes, Lord.
We got something in the works. We got Indie Fest Part 2 that's in the plan.
Okay.
So that is the second annual Indie Fest that I first put on last year in October. So it's just a big festival in Durham at Hillside Park. This is the second one, so it's gonna be bigger and better. And then we got our thing coming up that I'm going to announce on Monday. So that's as of right now.
Right.
We also got some more videos. We got some more trips. I have some things coming up in New York City in June. That I got to keep quiet about everything. Only because when you release things prematurely, sometimes
exactly.
So
You got to wait till it's here.
To kind of keep it.
Shut your mouth
until
it's
ready to go. So those are a few things I'm working on. And also staying in school, trying to graduate in December.
Senior year, right?
Yes.
Mass communications.
Yeah.
Mass communications.
Yes, mass comm. When we talk about my major, so I started as a music major.
Yeah.
I could not read sheet music, so that was a dub. Switched to elementary education because I was working at the Y. Had a conversation at the Y with my CEO, basically saying it's a non-profit organization. You don't necessarily need elementary education to further in what you want to do here. So
just stay here, work your way up.
Yeah, exactly. And I said bet, and I switched to mass comm, broadcast media, which was great because I've been in podcast classes, audio engineering classes. So again, things worked out for the favor.
Just man, look, I want you to look into this camera. So we about to wrap it up. Look into that camera. I don't need all your social medias, all your handles, all your TikTok.
I'm gonna make this so easy. It's the same thing. We just got allowed to switch our names on Snapchat. Right, and they're like 10 years late. We're like 10 years late, but you guys can follow me everywhere. I am Justin Reid, R-E-I-D for Reid. So I am Justin R-E-I-D. That is on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, etc. Yeah.
Man, I appreciate that. Listen, this was one of them ones, man. Yo, your energy is great.
Energy.
Once again, I can't let you forget that.
Seriously.
Let's make sure After Lunch Podcast is doing something with them kids at the YMCA, especially if we need to come through. We'll come through. But I definitely love this one. Thank you for sliding through.
Absolutely.
My guy. Yo, so you know who it is. It's your favorite uncle, Mr. J.Law. Yes, Lord, and I'm here with. It's
your girl, Tatiana, your favorite flyest host.
And this is another one for After Lunch Podcast. It's a wrap.
That's fine.
After Lunch.